Alright, are we ready to play episode 2 of The Council? A couple of days earlier than it's available to the public. Yay!
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
I do apologize for being late. I was obliged to clear up some urgent business.
Alright, so now we get to choose our next reading of the manuscript, so I can head in a whatever direction we're going to head. Really wish I could read this one, but I don't have the other thing yet. Let's see, how are we doing in occult mastery? We need more towards manipulation, but I do not believe that one of those has a manipulation. Can even read 2 this time? What do you mean, Yasmin? Oh, I did not catch that. Thank you for that catch. That's cool. Okay. So which direction should we head? I can't do anything towards manipulation yet. Let's see which... Maybe get some free points in some of these other things. How about conviction? I think was one of them. Psychology was one of them. So why don't we do those two? We'll get conviction and psychology. That'll work. Alright. And notice that the overlay is basically non-existent. Chat's to the left. The event list is to the right. And that's all that pops up whenever the events pop up too. So, and my Discord notification is on the right hand side. This isn't a Telltale game.
At last,
I call it a Telltale game because it's like a Telltale game, but it's not one.
Louis.
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. However, there may be some new developments, but I don't know if they are linked to your mother. We have found Elizabeth Adams' body in her room. I'm afraid she was brutally murdered, stabbed several times.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to talk to her. Only because I was being a little too much of a guy, but still.
I can't believe it. We bumped into each other last night on our way to bed.
Yes, I know. Duchess Hillsborough informed us that she accompanied you
I'm
at the
sorry,
beginning of the
Sharpie.
evening. You
Are you stuck that way, or is that just because you're at work?
Who wanted to speak to you. We are told you turned her away, and she went away on her own.
That's correct.
Do you know what she wanted to see you about, by any chance?
Unfortunately
Not
not.
in the least.
Pity. The poor
Okay.
child was probably trying to find help.
I thought it could wait until tomorrow.
Apparently not.
Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed. I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why's that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi, so I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
Any more details
tell
you
me
got?
anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
I wouldn't want to influence you, but you can remove these people from the list. And hey, there was 2 people up there that could have done it.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting. And Louis, you've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
Yay, I have complete openness to go explore things, which... that's going to take a while. Hoping this episode takes about as long as the last one to get things done.
Which 4-letter word could open this chest?
Which 4-letter word could open this chest? It's not that. We have puzzles. Well, I need to see what letters are. Okay, see, like this does not give me all the information, so this makes this annoying. Like, I can change the last one, but it can only be an L, E, or S. First letter can be an A, C, Z, E. It is possible that he intentionally looks like David Tennant. Or it's possible that that's just the way he looks. Alright, I am writing something down. I'm actually going to take notes in real life. Holy heck. First letter can be A, C, Z, or E. Second letter can be R, B, E, or A. Third letter can be S, U, E, or I. And the fourth letter can be L, N, E, or S. There's a lot of options. Finding a word in that could be kind of tough. Here, I'll even be nice and hand y'all the letters I just stated. Is Zeus in there? Zeus is in there. Z-E-U-S. Yes, it is. We could try that. That might work in this particular room. So if the first letter was Z, E, U, F. Good job, Sharpie. I knew there was a reason I had y'all around. So we got some things and stuff. Alright. Let's get a quick look at our characters. Elizabeth Adams still never discovered anything about her weaknesses or anything. Didn't talk to her. Mortimer is immune to conviction. Sarah, we don't know. Emma, we still don't know. Volner, we don't know. Jacques, we don't know. Sir Gregory Home, we don't know. Wait, Emma Hillsborough. That's right, we know Emily. Immunity to logic, vulnerability to psychology. There's none of that to know about ourselves. Vulnerability manipulation for Piaggi. Immunity to politics for Bonaparte. And vulnerability to manipulation are the servants. Okay, just want to make sure I remembered those kind of things. Had those kind of things in my head. Alright, so let's see. Let's go doing a little bit more exploring. That's the first, like, actual puzzle that we have come across in this particular game. That's interesting. Golden elixir. Be careful not to overindulge. Oh, coin. Love the coins. Collect the coins. Okay, we can run, Saf. So let's run so we can make this part take a little... I saw that. Or I heard it. There it is. Oh, that's the stairs. Don't know if I'm ready for stairs just yet. What did we get? A key with an occult water symbol on it. So we have the earth one.
Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
It's Dante. What do you expect? So we have water, we have earth. Nothing there. There's something there.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I couldn't say. One last thing.
You must know that Peru hit young Adams on the evening of our arrival. He apparently violently attacked her in the small salon.
Do you know anything else about the attack?
Oh, unfortunately not. I arrived too late to intervene. Young Miss Adams had already been submitted to the foul lout's rat. Otherwise, you can believe me, it would not have happened.
Yes, sir. It would not have happened. Some of those. Devil's Thorn. That goes out. Well, it goes kind of out. I see who. We have Leviathan has been added to our inventory. Hey, it's the dude. I'm gonna go look at your painting, dude. Oh wait, I think I already looked at this one.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Or, no, I didn't. Okay. Can I talk to you? No. I can't manipulate his servants right in front of him? That's just rude.
Carmelite water.
I can take his Carmelite water. Are you doing a painting? Interesting. Let's talk just a little bit more while he's sitting at his desk.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
You already have some?
I'm listening, Louis.
You're quick.
Will you remind me of the facts we already know about?
Elizabeth Adams was killed last night, but Piaggi was with Holm and I until late at night. As for Bonaparte and Washington, they left us after midnight, both tired.
I don't think I should tell him I have a culprit yet, because I don't really have a culprit. Even though what's his name hit her, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And Bonaparte, that could have been completely innocent. So I'm not going to tell him anything
I'll
just
be
yet.
in touch as soon as I have any more information.
Come on. That would be just... I have learned that this game will just lead you into just go do the thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the thing you want to go do. Learned from those mistakes last episode, which is really neat. I mean, I love the fact that it's not a linear puzzle like most adventure games. I mean, like, the Telltale games are awesome, and they do give you the choices, but they do lead you in a direction. And it's like, if this item is able to be picked up, there's a good reason for it. It's not, hey, this item is actually a wild goose chase, and you're going to screw up if you use it, like I did with the ashes on the book. So, I like that is there. It's a very cool feature to a game like this. Hey, Bree. Thanks for the bits. 10 more biddies. Alright, looks like I have seen everything I can here at the moment. So we're going to go downstairs. But now I've got music. Okay, so this looks like the main floor where all the guest rooms are off of, right? Let's see, let's look at the map. Yes. Okay, we know about Bonaparte's room because we've been in there. We know about Hillsborough's, so we can go take a look at the one right in front of us. Now, the thing I also want to know is, does all that stuff that I picked up before, does it refill? Am I actually going to have to, like, go all the way, you know, is there a reason to go back to, hey, why? Is that not actually somebody's room? Okay, fine. Looks like somebody's room, but if you don't want to say that it's somebody's room, then we won't go there. Alright, what are you? You are...
Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Vulnes. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Why not? They said I could. They said I could go exploring in all the people's rooms. But they're not letting me explore in that room. I didn't even realize that they changed the sound to wood that I'm walking on. I didn't catch that last time. I like it. Hello, sir. What are you doing out here, sir? Who are you, sir?
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Wollner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's
Hey,
room?
I couldn't get in your room.
No, nothing special.
We can insinuate that he looks dodgy, speak about Elizabeth's death, don't tell him anything for the time being, or what is he doing in the corridor? Anybody want to give me a hint? Not a hint for the game. I just like... Anybody have a suggestion, or shall I just do as I please? Let's see.
Lord Mortimer must have informed you of the necessity for everyone to remain in their rooms until further notice.
Certainly, but I'm a guest, not a prisoner. I was looking for a servant, since we don't all, unfortunately, have one at our disposal.
Yeah, right.
I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
Fine. We'll be talking again in just a moment, but let's go check the crime scene. Okay, that is an interesting crime scene. What the heck was she doing over there with the occult? And, well, hi. They definitely left the crime scene intact. Oh, and there's a servant standing right behind me. That's not creepy at all.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
That was actually a really good miniseries. The John Adams miniseries on HBO. It was really good. Watch the hunting. It's one of the few historical things that I've ever watched that I really, really liked.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
I could use a key if I had one. Or I could just unlock. because I'm that good. Ooh.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Alright, so we can either use our occultism, level 2, or our science. Well, I am working towards being a master of the occult, so...
Feet and hands are bound. A piece of cloth in the mouth prevents the tongue from being sectioned. It looks like preparation for an exorcism. Is Elizabeth really possessed?
Oh, and we can also look at the other notes too.
The note suggests binding the feet and hands, then blocking the jaws using a piece of cloth to prevent the tongue from being sectioned. That looks like a method to control an epileptic fit. I wonder if Elizabeth is the one being treated for that illness.
Okay. And yeah, I found amber. Amber is always good.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Oh, I'm full up on golden elixir, huh? That's fine. Being full up on things is good. Alright, were there any blue dots there? No. So, let's look at the body. It's just tattoos everywhere. Really good tattoos, too. I actually wouldn't mind having a word sleeve. That would be cool. Alright, well, where should we start? Let's start with the head.
I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck, maybe mutilations.
Alright, so let's
see blood from the nose.
Look at her nose. Well, probably
signs
debuff.
of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising. There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising.
Hey, thanks for the sub. Golem Dragon, you're awesome. Somebody being bad. I get it. I understand. I see how it is. Choice already made. Alright, return to the head. We are going to examine the mouth now.
What a strange smell.
Let's see. A smell common at the court of the king, or I know that smell. You know what? I'm going to go with the science on this one.
It smells of alcohol and of laudanum. People use it to relieve pain.
Yes, probably going to say something similar here.
Certain courtiers use it to get drunk.
Or that.
If taken in large quantities, it can provoke fits of madness.
Oh, that's actually different information. That's good to know. Alright. So we've looked at the head. Found out that she's taken some laudanum and stuff. Not too much bruising, though. Alright, let's look at the... I guess just work down upper body.
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax with a lot of blood. On first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Or just stabby stabs. I can't look at the... How come I can't look at this? Difficulty 2. Oh, that's why I can't look at those. Let's see. Do I not have... I am out of royal jelly. Why do I not have royal jelly? What did I use it for?
Some of these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
That is some weirdness. Alright, well, I'm going to look as much as I can at the moment. I need to go find some royal jelly.
There are numerous marks on the
come
body.
back.
She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars.
Okay, so this one has a difficulty of 0. So I can actually analyze the scars.
The scars are superficial and were made several years ago. She wasn't trying to take her own life. People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
Erudition.
She had the sigillum de Ameth tattooed on her, the symbol of the living God, written in the language of angels, according to believers. It is rare for someone to know about symbols like this at her age, unless her mother was a tutor.
Well, didn't your mother take care of her?
Symbol of Masons? What's that doing here? Scarring, ugh. Scarring isn't very regular, but they're mostly from old cuts.
Alright, so we've done the head and the upper body. I guess we'll... And we just did the arm. So let's look at the hands.
Wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. This pinnacle's a trap. The wearers of the pinnacle thought that they were protected from evil by surrounding it inside the different circles of the pinnacle. No marks or bruising around the wrists. It doesn't look like she was tied up or held by force.
Alright, so I guess we've got the legs
Blood,
left.
But no trace of blows on the legs. More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her body.
Alright, so I'm going to need some royal jelly if I want to do any more true examination of her. Let's see if we've got some in this room. That would be nice. Actually,
A knocked over bottle of wine. What kind of plonk is that? Hey, it's a Bordeaux. That's a Chateau de Briand. It's a great wine. I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
And I'm feeling something weird. Which thing is the thing that does the thing? Oh wait, I've got some Carmelite water. Next skill use is free. I forgot about that. Cures negative stuff. That's the golden elixir. So let's see, which one? This one. Let's get rid of that. And let's go with next skill use is free. And then let's go look at the body again. Yeah. I didn't need you to do the whole pan the camera around thing. Please allow me to skip that. It's not letting me skip that. That's going to be annoying. Well, then let's pick one thing that we really, really want to know at the moment.
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax with
You're going to take me through all of that again, aren't you?
First sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
There needs to be a skip. Alright, I think the wounds are going to be the part we really need to look at. So should we do it the sciencey way? We should do it the sciencey way.
The wounds are clean and look like they've been inflicted by a sharp object.
Well, duh.
Some of the lacerations have damaged vital organs. The heart, the right lung, which is perforated. Most of them weren't given with much force. She might even have survived. But the stab in the heart, though not all that deep, sealed her fate.
All right. That's definitely one way of putting it. Breathe. All right, let's look at the blood.
Poor girl bled to death.
Yeah, I get
Whoever
that.
left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
I do want to know what's in that bottle, so...
Knocked over bottle of wine.
Let's analyze the smell.
Smell. It's laudanum. It must have been mixed with the wine directly in the bottle.
Okay, that makes sense. That might explain why there was no... I mean, like, there wasn't a lot of noise. Well, no, there might have been still a lot of noise. I don't... There was a lot of something here, but I think it's... We shall see. Let's take it. No, wait, did I just... Oh. It moved to the blood.
Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's
I
a
wouldn't mind
size like
having
that
a
here?
cursor. A cursor would be
Peru?
nice.
Washington, maybe.
Alright, let's try this again. I want to look at that. The murder weapon, most likely.
The blade is short and thin. Well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh.
What about the handle?
The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand.
It's kind of funny how the voice acting is done for this. It makes it sound like every little thing he says is, oh my god, oh my god. and it's kind of freaking me out. All right, we're going to use another case of the stuff so we can actually analyze the knife. What? Oh. I don't have logic. Fine. We'll go look at something else then.
Vials of laudanum. The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
Alright, things are starting to point towards Washington. Do I really need to determine? No, I don't think so.
Great. Honey.
Hey, royal jelly. It's a good thing to have. Hey, some more devil's thorn. Do y'all think I should actually use my free skill up to check that? Let me know in chat.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress that kind of women of quality wear.
It's a travel dress. The silk has been lightly waxed to protect it from bad weather. And I know the very woman who came up with the idea, given all the traveling she does. My mother. God help us. Why did she come here in the first place? The material appears to have undergone abnormal wear and tear. She must have been scouring the countryside, and that doesn't look good.
There's a gun.
A pistol? Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Really? Did y'all really have to go that way?
A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France. There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there. It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded, and well, there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. Right. I shall have to find its owner.
The writers got slightly sloppy there. Judging by the weight, I'd say it's rather light. Really? Really? Really?
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
Hey, I got a 5 circle shaped key. I wonder if that would have opened the thingy at the front. I wonder how to use my skill. I'm thinking.
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. Not too easy to work out. medieval Latin. Well, enough to translate a bit. He's coming. The demon is upon me. He's coming back to kill me. There she is. Death has come to finish me off. I've just run into her son. That was her last entry. What tortured writing.
That is... I mean, it's obvious. Yep. Just run into her son, that would be
the
me.
Initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Why am I having issues? I'm having issues again. Okay. I saw that. Coin. More Carmelite water. That's a good thing. Alright, let's take a look at this actual...
A pentagram?
Yeah,
what the hell's
that.
been going on here?
I don't know. Let's examine it.
Contrary to what most people believe, the pentagram's not there to conjure up, I don't know what evil or demonic creature. With the point toward the top, the
Hey,
pentagram
Medea.
is an ancient symbol of protection against evil. Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
I don't know. I don't have any logic to find out. Let's look at the clock.
The clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Yes, you did. Aren't you
That would
fancy?
clear Emily de facto because she was still with me at the time.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Medea. I don't know. Maybe you were, and maybe something weird happened. It's possible. Alright, let's see. Let's talk to...
Has Sam finished with this room?
Do you know who could have made such a mess of this room?
Miss Adams, sir. We were given orders to leave the room as it was, so as not to rush her.
Did she have a fight with someone to get the room into this state?
Not that I know of, sir. Miss Adams would sometimes throw a tantrum, during which she would destroy anything that came to hand. Lord Mortimer told us not to enter the room.
Thanks for that information.
You are welcome, sir. Has Sir finished with this room?
No.
No, I haven't gone over everything yet.
Sir may take his time. When Sir would like to leave, Sir has only to tell me.
Oh, you mean I can't leave until I tell you? So... Okay. Fine. What was the other thing I wanted to look at? Was there anything else? I mean, I know there are other parts of her body that we could get a little bit better information on, but do you think we got enough information from the body? I think we've gotten enough information from the body. We know the time of the crime, 3:54. We know, like, shoes. Rather large shoes. These messes were mostly made because of her, but I think somebody basically, you know, drugged her wine. Oh, there's a thing behind the curtain over here. Oh, I already looked at that. Somebody drugged her wine and then stabbed her to death, and his mother has been visiting her. At least once. It's kind of like a Telltale game, but not. So, I don't really have much left in the way of things to make sure I do the things. My point's down at the bottom left. Oh, what's that? I didn't see that before.
Blood spatter indicates that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
You know, we're talking about it being one person. What if it was two? What if it was both Bonaparte and Washington? Bonaparte is a soldier. So was Washington, although he's getting a little bit up there in age in this particular case. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Hey, look, I'm a vampire. Am I a vampire over here too? Yes, I am completely a vampire. I like it. Alright.
Has Sir finished with this room?
We're gonna go
I
with
know
yes
enough
for now.
now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Okay. So now I can leave. I have left. Now I'm going to go back to Volna. Because maybe he's actually in his room and I can go talk to him now. Yep, he is. I saw that. Thank you. The Hortus Delicarium.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
I know, right? Honey. Honey, 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 honey.
Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever-obedient servant. So, Volner had a relationship with Elizabeth, but that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
So he was there because he probably wanted to remove that so people wouldn't know that he had a relationship with Elizabeth. That would be what I would think, but, you know, I don't know. That's going to use up my 1 point to search that.
Golden elixir.
Fine. And I get a golden elixir. Yeah. Alright.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they sure did. There it is. All circled and everything.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
We have another word puzzle. I'm getting another piece of paper. Tracking them. These are little tiny post-it notes that I'm writing this stuff on. Alright, so first letter can be L-I-Z or O. Second letter can be F, P, I, or E. Third letter can be N, O, A, or M. And the fourth letter can be G, U, X, or C. And I'll be nice and provide those to y'all right there in the chat in case one of y'all figure it out for me again. Sharpie did last time. All right. How come I can't do this? Difficulty 6. You're not... So you got it figured out and you're not going to help? You're just rude. It's fine. It's fine. I see how it is. I understand. I'm not even trying to figure it out at this very second. I'm going to look around a little bit more and then talk to him, and maybe some of that information will become a little more obvious. In case y'all don't know, Golem Dragon likes being mean to me. Amber. You're really in love with some woman named Amber. Devil's Thorn. Can I get more? Full up. I have a full inventory of Devil's Thorn. Hello, Mr. Von.
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help, monsieur?
I can't do diversion.
Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure, and has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
Yeah, that works. That one's gonna spend a point, that one's not. Because I'm really good at manipulation. So let's...
Please, tell me a little more about the nature of your relationship.
That is a personal matter, monsieur.
Yes, that is true. So, tell me.
All right. It was passion. That's why we couldn't stay together. It scared her.
I'm gonna spend a point on psychology, am I not?
I get the impression that your romance was over. Am I right?
So? What does it matter to you? I would never have attacked her, if that's what you're insinuating.
Who put an end to the relationship? You or her?
It was her. It was her. But what does that matter? We both agreed.
I don't know enough, but I can't really do the other things at the moment.
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly. We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Alright. I guess what's left is figuring out the code to that box. Alright, let me look at my little list here of things. Yeah, this is going to be a really quiet part at the moment because I'm looking at the puzzle in my hand. Well, maybe not completely quiet. I am not seeing anything at the moment, and it's driving me insane. Problem is, I keep looking at all these letters and I keep matching them into multiple words, but they're not in the line that they need to be in.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Third letter be on that one. I don't know. She'll figure this out later. We shall come back, sir. Alright, next. See, we have looked at Vulner's room. We've looked at Adam's room, so the one after Adam's. Oh, the door's on the other side. Okay. For some reason I thought I had seen that the door was on the same side.
President George Washington.
Hey, George Washington. I'm coming in to see you. Hello, Mr. Washington, sir. Do you have anything I can steal in your room? A journal. Some golden elixir. You have a map of Vermont. Nothing there. Yet another map.
Map of Massachusetts.
You like maps, sir? I keep hearing ding. Oh. I'm not going to talk to you just yet. I want to go look around.
Great. Honey.
I love me some honey. And to eat me some honey. Eat me, honey. Wait, sorry. That sounded really bad.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Liax. Maybe. I don't know.
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
Interesting. I do not have politics, so I can't.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
Your friend William. You keep
Map of Connecticut.
map of what else? What is dinging? Holy heck! See, this is why I wish I had a cursor. I've already looked at those two. Stop dinging. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, I think that is that. Let's go talk to Mr. Washington. Well, President Washington.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
What if you're the degenerate pig who did this? Ooh. That one will cost too much.
Are you all right, Mr. President? Are you feeling all right?
Oh, don't worry. It's this rotten toothache. What do you expect? I'm no spring chicken now.
Alright, so we then do one of those.
I'm talking to all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night. You can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
Doesn't that like automatically make him lying because wasn't I with Emily?
Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes. She came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
She had a whole lot.
Did she tell you why she was so desperate to get some, Mr. President?
She said she had terrible migraines that wouldn't go away.
More likely for the voices she heard, not the migraines.
Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes.
I wanted to ask the other question.
She asked me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
Do you take it regularly, Mr. President?
Unfortunately, I do, Louis. I still suffer from a terrible toothache, and it's not likely to get any better.
It's just for that, then?
Old age, my young friend. I don't wish it upon you, but you'll soon see. At my age, it's rare to have no problems in that domain.
And do you take a lot?
A moderate amount, Louis. Only the dosage indicated on the prescription of my doctor.
Okay.
Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Perry, but that case was closed if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened. And I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks. Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
Yes, Lord Mortimer has a talent for healing, apparently. I'm not surprised Sir Gregory advised her to come.
Agreed. Mr. President, we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe, I hope. That's all I wear.
No, rest assured. It looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
I don't know. Louis' shoes seem to be a little bit bigger than Washington's. You know what they say about the size of a man's feet? Sorry. Alright, no puzzle box in here. I don't think, no. Nothing. So we shall leave and go explore. That's where. Wait, can't leave that way. Must leave this way. Alrighty. So we've checked Washington's room. We've checked... Well, we haven't checked either of these. We still need to go to... Well, that's my room. And there's a room here we have not been in, and a room here we have not been in. Okay. So we'll just keep going this way, and we'll go to Emily. He's overcompensating. Alright, is this door unlocked? No, it's not. It's not a place I can go. It's on the map, but I can't go there. Used to if I told my buddies that I played Dungeons and Dragons with that wait, it's on the map, sorry, but you can't actually go there. They would do their best to actually go there. And I'd have to make up a brand new portion of the game just because I accidentally put something on the map I shouldn't have. Can't go in there. Fine. I can't go in that one. I don't know. Oh.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
How come I can't? No, I should be able to go in his room. A delay because you're casting the stream to your TV? Okay. Well, thank you for putting me on the big screen. I can now say I'm on the big screen.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Alright, Emily.
Tending children at the orphanage in Harlem. I find it a little hard to understand this painting choice.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. P.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Okay. We're not just... little dings.
The Ladies Waldegrave
Get
by
annoying.
Reynolds, painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least, une partie of it.
Well, okay. We'll talk in a second.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers.
We've already seen
Madam,
that note.
Thank
Oh,
you for consulting.
I said we've already seen that note. Stop it. And Duchess, you can inform King George of the Holy Father's backing. We shall assist you with financing the recruitment of regiments of the immigrant royalists to fight against France. Your friend, Piaggi.
Queen Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there from what I can tell.
Queen Charlotte, you say?
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily.
Yeah, we already
He was
know
the
about that one
English
too.
Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now.
And ding, there we go. I knew that was coming. Any more? And yeah. Make up.
What can I do for you, Louis?
We're
I've
going
come
to
see
talk.
you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
I can't see her shoe size.
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times. No doubt she suffered greatly.
9 times? What monster is capable of such a horrible thing? Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
I agree, Medea, which is exactly the reason why I'm doing this kind of thing here, because I wouldn't get away with it in real life.
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis, do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then it's... I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis. Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Thank you, Emily.
Yes, you know, I can... Let's see.
We found the murder weapon.
What is it?
There.
A
Better?
dagger, quite slim.
Now we're looking at his chin.
Not yet. Still searching as it happens. That said, since a blade penetrated the body several times, the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The handprint was a very slender hand, Emily.
Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us on the island. Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady, that means...
I know, Emily. I know.
Keep up your courage, Louis. I'm sure there's an explanation. You're bound to shed some light on it all.
If what you say is true, Emily, I'm less and less enthusiastic about shedding any light on the subject.
Alright.
I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
Alright, so somebody strong, but a woman. A woman held the knife, but somebody strong held her... I'm so confused. Oh, she's not showing any ankle. Okay, we'll go with that, Golem Dragon. I don't have to play the game anymore. We have figured out the crime. Alright, where am I? I am here. We are going to go back to Volner's room and try a couple of things on that box. Yep, Ultron-like. And we'll see whose room we pass as we go. When you wrote that, we were still looking at baby dinner. Oh, I love your word. That was just awesome. All right, this is the door. Yeah, I can't go in there. It doesn't even tell me it's not somebody's room, I'm guessing. Alright, Mr. Volner. Over there is your box, Mr. Volner.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Alright, so let's see. What were some of these options that Sharpie threw out there? Liax and Liax. So let's try Liax. Nope. Second letter, Liax. Nope. Alrighty. What else we got here? Let's see, we've got L. And for the second letter, L could be with any of these things. But LF doesn't seem to make sense, and LP doesn't seem to make sense. So it's got to be I or E if it's going to be L. So let's go to the third letter, because we're going to act like we're just going to go with I. L-I-O. Does that do something? I don't know. Let's look at the fourth. L-I-O-G? L-I-O-U? L-I-O-X? L-I-O-C? No. Okay. Third letter could be L-I-A. So fourth letter could be L-I-A-G. And we already did L-I-A-X, so it's not that one. Could be L-I-N-G, Ling? No. Lenu? No. Lynx? No. Not Link. Okay, so the last choice is L-I-M. Limming. Limu. Limix. Limsi. Did I try Lang? No, I haven't done L-A. Well, oh, there is no A. I haven't done the L-E yet. So it could be L-E-N-G? No. L-E-N-U? No. L-E-N-X? I don't... trying to go with what makes sense here. And right now we're just looking at the L's, and I'm not finding anything that really makes sense. L-E... No. L-E-O-G, L-E-O-U, L-E-O-X, L-E-O-C, L-E-A-G, no. L-E-A-U, L-E-A-X, L-E-A-C, L-E-M, no. See? I'll come to you again some other point. In case I get any more ideas. Alrighty, let's go back to Bonaparte's room. Run, run, run. I am running the right way, right? Yeah, okay. Run, run, run. Ding, 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 ding. And what's this first door? Does it have a sign? Yes, it does.
Sir Jacques Peru?
Ah, Mr. Peru. We need to go speak to him anyway. But isn't he? He's a large man.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
He doesn't look well.
It's never too late, sir. If you have something to say, now is the time.
You don't understand. Everything's already written. It's over.
Why is he behaving like the perfect culprit?
What is it that's already written? I'm not sure I follow you.
No, you don't.
Well, thank you for doing my job for me.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Pattern with 4 circles. We could use the key that we don't have, or we could just unlock because, yeah, I'm just that good. I keep saying that about locks, don't I? I'm just not that good at the ones with the actual puzzles. There's a lot of stuff in there. I'll take this.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
He's a big old teddy bear that likes kids. I can't make him take the fault for this crime. I must find the real culprit.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem,
I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
I don't know if we shall meet again. At this point in time, I am a prisoner, snared by my own decisions. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil who I thought I could master. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see any way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. Interesting. Nah, just murder all the NPCs, problem solved. Killer must have been one of them. There, I guess that could work. What's dinging at me now? What? Oh, you. Okay. Well, duh.
Great. Honey.
Ooh, honey. He loves honey and amber. Amber is a very lucky woman. I need to stop making that joke. I really do. Is there anything hiding in your bed? No. Okay. That's not a good sign.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
So that would have been his invitation to Lord Mortimer's. Okay. Hey, you got some golden elixir hiding in your room there. And what about the bookcase?
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Alright, so I'm getting like all kinds of things to read. Next. Alright, monsieur. We are going to speak again. Let's use up a little bit more jelly. Let's use up a little bit of this stuff. And let's speak.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Do you enjoy hitting women? Really? Really? Sheesh. Let's see. I do want to look at my journal real quick. No, not Volner. Where? There he is. Vulnerability is psychology. So, manipulation may actually cause issues. Let's talk about his letter.
I'd like to talk about the letter you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting.
That was it? Are you serious?
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Okay. You know what? We're going to use one of these and do this.
2 days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams.
What happened? Did you want to give her another beating? She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! You have no idea what happened, and here you are, carping away. You think you're Investigator of the Year. Have you taken a look at yourself, de Richet?
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the last time?
I did not!
Continue.
Go on. Keep going.
Finish what you came to do, then get out of my room.
I know you were at the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
You know nothing at all.
Enlighten me then. For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations, you've wrapped up the investigation. All right, have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
It's getting annoying.
You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself.
Oh. Now.
Goodbye, sir. We shall meet again.
Probably.
I really don't think it was him. The writing is not leading in that direction, even if the clues are. I think it really was a woman. Could it have been? Emily was with. Emily was with me. But Emily does have a sister. Alright, let's see. We just need to speak to Mr. Bonaparte. Monsieur de Bonaparte. It's pretty forward asking a man to see his weapon, huh? No, I'm not talking to you first. I'm looking at things around your room. I know I've done this once before, so there's probably not going to be as much to find.
Nessus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here.
Alright, we already read that letter.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Xenu? What does Xenu mean? I'll try it. Xenu.
There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to...
Yeah, we've seen that one before.
First in of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs.
Alrighty, let's move along. Let's go talk to Bonaparte, I guess. Oh, let's look at his hat.
Bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
You mean that French soldier? I'm in the room of a French soldier. There's a hat sitting there. It must belong to a French soldier. Wow, you have some intelligence, don't you, Louis? And on that note, I'm going to be right back. I need to take a quick 5-minute break. We shall return and see how this investigation goes from this point forward. I'm back, and I feel really dumb now, Sharpie. That is the thing that he circled on the frickin' chart, isn't it? Well, we'll go take care of that right after we, right after we talk to Napoleon. And my daughter is like up and moving around, which is, good. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. So she is being nice enough to make me some coffee and some lunch. So I didn't have to stay away for as long as I expected to. Wait, I don't remember looking in here yet. Let's search.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Yeah, actually, I can say coffee fairy with her. I've been, like, my nephews, I call it the coffee imps, and I didn't want to call them coffee fairies, because that's really, Vagram's word, for his coffee fairy. But I'm going to call her coffee fairy, because we actually have a picture that a professional photographer took when she was younger of her in a fairy outfit. It's a very pretty picture, actually. Okay. Actually, 1 second here. I want to go. Yes, I know. I make some weird noises sometimes. These are the kind of things that happen whenever I'm just talking to myself or whatever. Let's see. Do I have it? Do I have it? Yes, I do, actually. So, let's see. Sharing this just with you people. That should take you to it. So we can call her the coffee fairy.
Monsieur de Richet,
she's a lot older than that now.
We are both very busy.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
Until what time?
What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No.
Did any of you leave during the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
Can
you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
Let's see. We did until what time? Did anyone leave early? Who with? Okay, let's continue on with other things. Does he own a pistol?
Good soldier would. I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Thank you.
Hey, Medea, I asked to see another man's weapon.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room. Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste. and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Is he sincere? Let's find out. Actually, let's check and make sure that he doesn't have an immunity to psychology. Thank you, Coffee. You are now Coffee Fairy because I saw your picture when you were younger. Alright, does he have an immunity? Let's find out. He is immune to conviction and politics. So psychology, maybe not.
I've been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying. Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. It must surely be his military side. I wish they all could be like that. My investigation would be finished already.
Okay. Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
Okay. Now, let's go turn in the word zinc. Because I now feel like an idiot. Because I didn't think of the word zinc when it was clearly circled on the chart. Thank you again, Sharpie. Not this one, but this one. Hey, Volner, we're back to steal your things in your box. It'll be just a moment. I mean, come on. Chart there. Box there. Chart. Box. Not enough explosions.
Four-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Alright. First letter, Z. Second letter, I. Done. Oh. We've got a couple of mysterious notes and other things. That's it. Seriously? Where's the mysterious notes? Well, there's the Theatrum Chemicum, which will help with occultism. Where are the mysterious notes? Oh. These are notes? Why does he have notes that were written by my mother? Interesting. Alrighty. So, I believe we have talked to everybody up here. We just have not gone in those two rooms. Well, that's my room. But we haven't gone in this one or this one. This one is not a room I can go into. But let me go check, make sure these other ones have not opened up yet. And then we will go back downstairs with our findings. Doom, 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 doom. Music. Wait, I heard a... Oh, that's why I heard a... So... This way, and it's the outside. Okay, not you. But the next one. Piaggi. Which he's downstairs, and looks like I can't go into his room because he's downstairs.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
So I'm not allowed to go in Piaggi's room. And this is Godoy again, and I'm still not allowed to go in that room. So yeah, I guess we're going back, up the stairs, I think it was. No, down the stairs. No, not those stairs. Next. Is it these stairs? Nope. Sorry, I have a peanut butter sandwich. These stairs. It was upstairs.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I think I want to go with I have clues but prefer to not accuse anyone.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it. Given the distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way. Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
Okay. She isn't missing, she's in hiding, or she does it often. What do y'all think? Okay, I'm gonna go with she isn't missing.
She isn't missing, you know.
What? What do you mean?
My mother has left traces in every nook and cranny of your island, my lord. She's definitely here. Now, what worries me most is why she doesn't show herself.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him, because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Did my mother sell arms?
Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having the support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play. And I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
Should I tell him about the off-the-record reason why the mother came here, or say I have absolutely no idea? You know what? Something tells me he already knows. So, I'm gonna be straight up.
She was looking for someone.
What do you mean?
In Paris. We were working on a smuggling case to do with occult objects. We had just arrested a dealer who intended to go to you to meet a buyer. My mother was here to find out to whom he intended to sell his stolen treasure.
Oh. What was the name of your dealer?
I guess that's what a journal's for? Maybe? I can't remember his name. Still somebody we haven't met here. Oh yeah, I think it's that guy I wasn't able to get into his room. I don't remember. I don't remember. So I'm just going to say a Germanic name.
I can't remember exactly. Von something or other.
Von Volner?
No, not your friend Mr. Von Volner.
There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe she's lost her mind.
I'd like to find a logical answer, but I just can't see anything. Apart from the fact that she might have lost her mind. Since I came here, I've ceased to understand her. That, plus what I've found out about her past, and I'm left with the bitter feeling that I never really knew her.
I can understand you beginning to feel that way after these past 2 days, but I'm sure all will become clear once your mother reappears. The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
What did you speak
You
about
seem to
together?
know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year. Or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Sure.
Ah, yes. His famous cotton gin. It was supposed to revolutionize cotton production in the United States.
It will revolutionize the world, Louis. The potential of this invention is much greater. Tomorrow, all industries will be switching to simple but large-scale production. Of that, I'm sure.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the Third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Sure.
Mother lulled my childhood with tales of the Crusades. How Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus had to battle it out to achieve their ends. And how Guy de Lusignan, having broken his word, launched the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh, I see Sarah's lessons have inspired new enthusiasts. Good on you, because not everyone can claim they know as much at your age. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning.
So his vision was not of the future, it was of the moment, just like it was last time he had a vision.
The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Hey. All right.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
Wait, what? Go to the tower room. How do I go to the tower room? It's just opposite Mortimer's study. That's... Can I go... Can I... Oh, I can. Okay. Mortimer's office. Portrait gallery, library, blah blah. There's the garden. There's the exterior. So we're going up. I'm confused. Oh, wait. So we're talking about this room right here. So we now finally get into the tower room. Okay. An empty room.
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
The one with the sword.
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
More honey. I like honey. I like me some honey.
Dante's paradise.
A
Raise
lot
your
of
head
Dante.
and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
What is this disc?
I don't know. Let's observe the disc.
That reminds me of the ones my mother collects. It's magnetic.
A magnetic disc. Ticket. I now have a lodestone. Anything in here? I see nothing in here. Oh.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Yeah, are you gonna tell me that every time?
By Caravaggio.
Oh.
A fierce opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved, and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion could be found in the epistles to the Galatians, the Philippians, the Corinthians, and the Acts of the Apostles. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
We must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. Okay. Why so much with this painting? Holy heck. That was a lot of extra compared to how things normally go with these things. I saw that.
A Chinese coin.
Anything hidden among these things? Consult my notes. Trust in my faith in the man with a sword. The man with a sword. Is there a man with a sword in there?
St. Paul on the road to Damascus.
Yeah, I get that.
By Caravaggio.
Okay. Checking around here for anything else. Open the door.
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
Huh. Open it. You're really good with, yeah.
I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
I could use the disc, you know. That's probably the way it's meant to work. I could have picked the lock too, but still.
It's open.
That's definitely one way of doing it. Grab the key with a magnet. Alrighty. Hey, it's the man with the sword. We'll look at you in a moment. Do you have a 4-letter lock?
The occult symbol representing air.
Oh, I don't have the key. Darn it. Wait, use the right key, use the left key. Pick both locks. I don't have key for air. I'm so confused.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Alright. We've got a book over here.
The New Testament.
Really? Okay.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee and was baptized by John in Jordan.
Okay, we'll stick to just reading one passage and be done with it for right now.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Reni. St. John is known as the youngest of Christ's apostles. Well, we often give credit to St. John for having written about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible.
Okay. Then we have the Sophistria.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
More of this stuff. Let's observe this painting.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the apostles by Guido Reni.
Okay.
Painting of St.
I already
Mark
clicked
from the
that.
collection of the apostles by Guido Reni.
Amber. I just love the way he says Amber. Every time he says Amber. Alright. Let's go pick up the jelly. And let's take a look at
St. Paul, painted
Saint
by Guido
Paul.
Reni.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword.
Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
I need logic. Darn it.
Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle.
Okay. So the last thing to do would be, I guess, go look at the Bible again. Something to do with 11. Can't open that either. Because I need, the right things. Epistles of Paul. Epistle to the Corinthians. Epistle to the Philippians. No, go. Don't know which one to look at, though.
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit not be more glorious?
Trust in my faith in the man with a sword. All right. Let's try looking. No, wrong one. Let's try 13:7.
Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest. For we are as reprobates.
Okay, that didn't seem to cause a thing to happen. I'm really thinking
Because
it's Corinthians
we look
2.
not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Okay.
For we are unto God a sweet savor of Christ, in them that are saved, and in them that perish.
Oh, none of that did anything. Let's analyze the book.
This volume dates from the first edition by Gutenberg. It's the first book that was ever printed. The pages are covered in annotations in Latin, French, and Hebrew. Someone spent years studying this Bible. A volume of the Gutenberg Bible.
Yeah, we get that. I don't know. Any ideas, anybody? What I should be doing here?
I guess I'll just come back later.
Let's see. I have an idea on one thing I can do.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
This says pick both locks. Requires subterfuge level 2. I do believe I have subterfuge level 2. So all I need to do is make this one a freebie. And I just picked up more amber fragments. Look, I have a whole lot more room for points. I feel better. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Darn it. No, I don't feel better. Okay. I got a lot of stuff. Used a little bit of brains there. Just a few. All right. So that means I should have, let's see. Leave. Go back and look at this painting again.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
Need logic.
So we
Let's think
have
about this again.
the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
All right, so anybody in chat have any, well, if there's even anybody left in chat, does anybody in chat have any ideas? Can I pick you up now?
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Painting of St. Mark.
from the collection of the apostles by Louis de Richet.
Alright, so we've got Mark. Oh, what's this over here? I hadn't seen this painting yet. I can do a what do I know about this apostle.
St. John is known as the youngest of Christ's apostles. Well, we often give credit to St. John for having written about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible.
Okay, so does this mean I need to look at the Revelations? I can do that. Revelation to John. I don't see anything about 11 in there, but...
Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power, and riches, and wisdom, and strength, and honor, and glory, and blessing." And a voice came out of the throne, saying, "Praise our God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great."
Yeah, this is not helping. I'm very, very confused.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Louis de Richet. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust. Painting of Saint Mark from the collection of the apostles by Louis de Richet.
Mark. We have Mark. Paul.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Louis de Richet. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
And then we've got... John.
It's St. John, painted by Louis de Richet.
One last look at this one.
St. Paul, painted by Louis de Richet. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
All right. So this is how he wrote to his pilgrims from Rome. Pilgrims from Rome. Epistle to the Romans. Oh, chapter 11, verse 11.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh, wait. A note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Basically, I reply and place the thing here.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle.
Right.
Right.
This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer. The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
Really? Really? Okay.
On the second day, the pilgrims listened to the prophecy of the young apostle. The prophecy of the young apostle, that was John. And the prophecy mentioned is most likely the book of Revelations according to St. John.
Right. Okay. Wait, let's look at this again. I want to see the...
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
One to their left and 3 to their right. We are now going to be looking at the book of Revelations. No. Read. One to their left and 3 to their right.
Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing."
Okay. No. Revelation to John. Now it's 5:12, so let's try 19.
And a voice came out of the throne, saying, "Praise our God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great."
That didn't do it. I got 2 more to look at. Because it's telling me Revelations of John. It just...
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine."
That didn't work. So
and the
12
woman
and
was
14.
given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note.
Let's go.
Folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
He who hears an angel.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
Let's go with this one because it'll cost me
The
less.
group of pilgrims mentioned from before. I guess maybe the city of Corinth is a reference to the epistle from Corinthians in the Bible.
Right. Oh, there's a coin hiding back here. There you go. Alright, so... Actually, let's go...
I guess I'll just come back later.
There's a lot of puzzle in this Bible room here. Let's see. Let's look at the frame again.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth.
So it's going to be Corinthians 1.
What does that mean?
Half of each group. So we're looking at epistles of Paul, epistles to Corinthians 1, half of each group. I don't know.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's.
No, that wasn't it. So... yeah, I'm not getting the part that's supposed to tell me which chapter and verse it is.
Require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
But I think I'm at least getting...
If we have hope in Christ in this life only, we are, of all men, most miserable.
Oh, that didn't do it. Corinthians 1, chapter 6.
Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look, here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. Prussian? Volner? I must have a word with him. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Let's see. I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. So let's go to the apostles. Let's go to Mark.
Then came together unto him the Pharisees, and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem.
Nope, that wasn't it.
And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet.
Nope, also wasn't it.
And as they did eat, Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them, and said, Take, eat, this is my body.
I'm getting really bad at figuring that part out.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan.
Hey, it says Mark. I'll follow the first group to Mark. Fine. Mark is over here. Let's go talk to Mark. Oh, duh.
There's nothing worth noticing here.
Scrutinize the chest of drawers.
Characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew. Choosing the Hebrew alphabet is no coincidence. It's got to be a reference to the Bible.
Right?
There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
Okay.
No, nothing of value here. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, It hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Okay.
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers.
So something 8.
It's a sentence in Hebrew.
I don't have linguistics. Fine. Is there something with an 8? No. If we go to Corinthians? No.
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit not be more glorious?
Nope. Any ideas? Anybody? I am now getting a little...
Then came together unto him the Pharisees, and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem.
Trying to see if now that I've actually looked at the thing, if that's going to fix it with me going to Mark. And then, yeah, so... And 7 plus 1 is 8.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan.
Nope.
And as they did eat, Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them, and said, Take, eat, this is my body.
Nope. All right, Mark.
And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet.
Found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one get their hands on it. Waiting, I'll hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Epistles of Paul, 1 of 2. Epistle to the Corinthians 1, and chapter 6, verses 7. Which was half of the previous group. Okay, I get that. I'm starting to understand a few things now, but I don't...
I guess I'll just come back later. There's nothing worth noticing here. Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
That's all you said last time. So it's 8?
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Choosing the Hebrew alphabet is no coincidence. It's got to be a reference to the Bible.
Epistles to the Hebrews. Something 8. 6,
But
8.
that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message.
There we go.
There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Okay. Paul, you're Paul, right? I can't remember which one's which anymore.
St. Paul painted
Yes.
by Guido Reni.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome.
Welcome back, Sharpie.
Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice.
Yeah, we got that.
What does that mean?
Alright. So near Paul. Alright, there are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian assistant. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. To his left. Wait, no, his left. Wouldn't his left be like over here? Okay, so now we're looking at axe.
Then they suborned men, which said, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God."
Nope, no, that's it. Let's see, not Acts of the Apostles. I said 6:11, so
And
let's
suddenly
try.
there came a sound from heaven like a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
Nope.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
That's probably allegorical.
Guessing it's a metaphor. I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Hey, I've done the things. Wow, that was a puzzle and a half. What do we think? Episode 2, 5. Where is my mother? Success. I refused to indicate a culprit to Lord Mortimer. I found all the correspondence between my mother and E. I discovered my mother's message, but I did not understand my mother's message. Then I guess it would have been the other thing. Instead of metaphorical, it would have been the other part. Okay. Whew. That was a really long part to episode 2. Sheesh. Alright, what do we got here? Well, I really want to get that, so let's... There we go. And we now have mastery in occultism, or at least we should in the talents. Oh, well, we have to actually, like, say yes, we validate, we're good, we got everything. Ooh, I can equip 3 manuscripts. But yes. Ending an opportunity successfully will now return 1 effort point to you, which is going to be very, very useful. Yeah, Mama was a bit cryptic. There's no doubt with that one. Alright, so we can now equip 3 manuscripts. Where do we want to head in that case? I keep having problems with not having logic, so I want to see if I can get some logic points. Logic or linguistics, if I can get those. Let's see. Questioning, erudition, questioning. Questioning is actually not that bad either. Logic. Linguistics. We can go ahead and get some questioning. Alrighty.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon. Where is the small salon? Is that the one that's upstairs? No. Not his office. Alright, it's the dining room, isn't it? Yeah. We need to, like, not do that.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Yes, I get that. I'm gonna go find stairs now. Which stairs take me down to the small salon? Is it this one? Nope. Next. Let's get my nightly, morning, whatever time it is, jog. Hi. Yeah, there was probably a quicker way. Fine, whatever. So just move along. Not the one that's sweeping. Nope, nope, nope. And I was walking after midnight, waiting for you.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis? About
it might not be
last
that
night, I'm guessing.
Sadly, no. Even if I'd like to have, alas, there are more pressing matters. I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal
I'm beginning to think she's a bad guy.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Don't send her on my mother's trail.
If Mother's really killed her sister, I'd better find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh, really? Do you think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
If I go with the whole thing that I think that she's actually evil, I'm going to keep quiet.
I better keep that to myself for the time being.
Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
Not necessarily evil, but I'm beginning to think she's the bad guy. I'm beginning to think it's one of those mixed up sister things. Because it keeps saying E, but they're both E's.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What?
Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised.
I saw that.
He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for 1 vote! Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Hey, C. Scott Clay. We are currently playing through episode 2, Hide and Seek of the Council. I get to play it 2 days before it actually comes out officially.
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you too.
Of course.
And the embargo was lifted today, so I get to play it.
I heard
Confrontation.
about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Let's see.
We found traces of her that would indicate she's still on the island.
Her personal belongings?
Yes, but nothing of great interest. Scraps of food, some clothes.
Ah, I see. Well, too bad. I shan't keep you, Monsieur de Richet.
All right then. Thank you.
I hope that your search will
What?
prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon. I must go now. I'll see you later.
But what? I got the one shot. Not what? What? Seriously? Seriously? Fine. Going. Box.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Hey, it's another one of those. I can unlock it though. Go poof. Oh, I have the key.
No space left. I'll retrieve it later.
I got more thingies. I got a lot of golden elixirs.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Oh, did I get it? Did I finish it? I finished it. I'll be able to get a point in science, a point in linguistics, and a point in erudition all at once with one manuscript. Yay. Next. Anything else? Is there anything else here? That was just rude with Volna. I saw you. Another coin. Coin. Hey, Bonaparte, can we talk?
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Mais oui.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Yes, sir.
You'll be able to check if the hearsay is true over these next few days.
I sincerely doubt that. The context does not allow me to give him my trust.
I understand your point of view.
I am so sorry.
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
I never knew.
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Nieces too. Okay,
well,
we can leave now.
I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Do you get any...
Unfortunately not.
Is that
no.
ear hair?
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
Sorry, I was just checking his ears. You know, good thing to know for health reasons. Alright, So, is this where we're going to be going next? At the bell? You think so? Haven't been there yet. Consult my journal frequently. Oh yeah, that's right, I should have new journal entry. We've got Godoy. So we're all full here. We've met everybody. Alrighty then. Oh, there's somebody to talk to. Hello, servant, that I can manipulate as much as I want.
I am at your service, day and night, sir.
Why, thank you very much. Can you help me out?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
I want some more honey, but that is not one of your choices. Oh. Fine. I'll leave you alone then. Actually, some questions about the manor. Nope. Already read all that. Okay.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir.
Yep.
But I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
Thank you. I know what you're going to say to most things. Let's see, is there anybody out here hiding among the stuff? Hey, there's a couch. Oh yeah, that's right. I can just look at things from the couch. Move along. Let's go talk to Mr. Washington. Hello, President. What's your
Mr.
opinion,
President,
Godoy?
what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
Me too. That's gonna cost 2. Or we could just go ahead and make it free.
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come. It's always in your best interest.
I wouldn't say that personally, but... Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer, or Sir Gregory, regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis. Let's say he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. But you'll see, everything will turn out fine.
So they really are the Masons. Okay, I get it.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Okay,
well,
thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
Love how it's always, whenever I'm talking to George Washington, it's like derpy music in the background. Anything this way? Can I go this way? Yes, I can. We are in the dining room. With a candlestick. Ah, yeah, okay, sorry. And of course,
Louis, just the man. Good Lord, how did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Could say the king was playing with fire. And that's exactly what we're going to say, except we're going to make it
Your
free.
Eminence, I haven't been following the case. I'm sure that the order did everything in its power. Unfortunately, you know the situation in Paris, and, well, it's chaotic at best. Anything can happen in those revolutionary tribunals.
The king is the official representative of God on earth, my son.
Your Eminence, France has become a secular state. The king was just another citizen to them. He refused to admit his errors, looked down upon them, and attempted to escape. What did he expect?
France has lost all reason, Louis.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Louis, I'm counting on you. If you don't find Sarah before my departure,
I must ask you to give me back the letter I gave you.
Oh, don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
Why does his voice go from that to that? I don't know. What's your opinion of Godoy?
What to think of that Manuel Godoy?
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
Why can't I say that? Okay.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her, and in the background, a horse. I don't know if it would be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence. Oh, I ought to go and see it just in case, though. Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Okay, so we found out more clues about Mother. Go to Mortimer's study. Okay, we're going to Mortimer's study. How do we get to Mortimer's? Mortimer's. How do we get to Mortimer's study? We gotta go this way. And then we gotta go upstairs. And then we gotta go find the stairs that go up. Where are the stairs that go up? They were over there. Okay. Run! Run! We're not looking at anything. We're just gonna go. I wanna go look at the study. Nope. I'll talk to you later. Going to the study. Try to be good. Go ahead, straight to the study. Up. Stairs we go.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
I am now here and I can't leave. That's funny. Okay, nightmare is over here. Oh, don't fall down the big hole. Stop and go down the hole. Okay, so I just got the creature and beyond a horse. Or what? Oh, hi bird.
A mina bird.
Speak to the bird. Waldo, pretty boy Waldo, pretty boy.
Sarah de Richet? Waldo, you know Sarah? Well, Waldo, is your master good?
Huh. Do you have any food around here for this bird? There's food. Take the food.
Let's take a closer look.
You have food? Oh, that's chocolate. Let's examine the chocolates.
Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans. The chocolate of the Mayas, the rarest of the beans.
Some even say they're an aphrodisiac. When a product is in fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it, not to be given to animals.
Okay. I'm going to take a chocolate
Dark
anyway.
chocolate beans. Very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society.
Thank you. Move away. No, I'm not going to give the bird the chocolate. It says not to give it to the animal. Thank you very much. I'm writing with regard to the dates of the paintings that I sent you for your temporary exhibition. Please note that they are part of my private collection and are dated according to the Freemasons' calendar in use at the time. As you may well have guessed, you must remember to subtract 4,000 years if you don't want the public to be surprised at the dating of the works. No need to remind you that the Freemason year begins in March, not January. About the Longinus painting, I took the liberty to have the spear touched up so it better corresponds to the actual spear. I cannot urge you strongly enough to do the same for yours. Yours sincerely, Mortimer. Counts for the year 1792. 8,156 pounds of food. 6,200 pounds of candles. Wow, really? There's a lot of stuff. Okay. What do you got?
No, what have we got here?
I don't know.
It looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Can we say foreshadowing?
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Yeah, I like the honey.
It's a book on the history of the Crusades. I don't think it has any connection with my research.
Then why make a blue dot? People are ridiculous. Hey, there's another blue dot over here. What are these? They're berries. I should probably examine them. I don't want to use up my points, though.
That's what you generally feed birds.
Okay. And take the red berries. We're going to feed the birds some red berries.
Might come in handy.
Hey, birdie. Hey, birdie, what's up?
A mina bird.
We're going to feed you some berries. I fed you.
Sarah de Richet? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here? Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I was expecting.
We could feed the bird again. Do I need to get more berries? I'm gonna go get more berries. I can't get more berries. Fine. I wanted to talk about Lord Mortimer. That's the blue dot I don't care about. Huh, look at the painting.
Painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond.
Like behind it. Like there's a secret door somewhere.
Looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think.
Oh, then lift it up.
There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Use those muscles, boy! Okay, so we found the nightmare. Find a mechanism to move the painting. Okay, I can't... For some reason, I can't walk through this very large space between this chair and this table. So I won't be doing that. I can't do the same thing there. So there's a mechanism. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I saw that. And that's how you use them muscles, boy. Them brain muscles. And, oh.
Aha, I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
What number is going to matter for this? Holy... Find the code of the hidden door. Alright, so... Ooh, subterfuge. I can notice something.
It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9.
Okay, so the third number is number 9, maybe? That one is going to cost me. Or not.
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Okay, so we've got blank 29 blank.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Alright, so let's switch this one to 2. Switch this one to 9. And that led to a puzzle, and another puzzle, and another puzzle, and another puzzle. Alright, so what has a 2 and a 9 in here? Anything? No. I knew there was a lot of numbers, and I thought maybe that was just his way of hiding a password of some kind. What about you?
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it. A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Look at that. Whoa. That one is expensive. But sure. Last one of these I got.
From what I know, the fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre took place in the summer of 1191. Now, according to this title, it's wintertime on the painting, so it can't have been late in the year of 1191. It must be in the first months of that year, probably in January or February of that year.
Okay. If it was in February, that would be 0291.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Fine. What about that dot that didn't matter before? Oh, what about this?
Painting isn't finished. And it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
Okay, that doesn't help. Does this book help now?
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Sarde.
Strange. All the dates are all wrong. They indicate events that took place in the year 5000 and something? Wait, did I miss something?
This one should be a freebie, so link the author to
The author
dates.
is Pierre Amédée de la Sarde, none other than the Grand Master of the Masonic Lodge of Paris.
Remember, we got to subtract
Now I
4,000
understand
because
why
of the
dates
things.
are offset. He's using dates based on the Anno Lucis, year 0 of the Masonic calendar, by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that calendar starts in March.
Right. It does start in March, doesn't it?
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years. Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community, and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle. The famous call of Pope Urban II. 20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II...
Getting all kinds of history lessons from this, huh?
He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish, not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion.
Alright, so let's put it down. Can't do that because I still don't have logic. Alright, so let's switch this to 1. Lower the lever.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
But wouldn't that also change this to 0? Because we're going 1 year before for the month because things start in March. So now lower the lever.
Well,
nope.
I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Frustration lies within. Any ideas out there? Let's go look at this painting again.
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Alright, so link to the
readings. I get the impression I've seen that before. In fact, I've read something on the Crusade before in the study. He clearly loves the subject. From what I know, the fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre took place in the summer of 1191. Now, according to this title, it's wintertime on the painting, so it can't have been late in the year of 1191. It must be in the first months of that year, probably in January or February of that year.
Right, so 1191. 1191. That matters. All right.
It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9. Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Number 1, duh. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna look at. We're just gonna go straight up with the 1191 and just find out what happens there. Is it just that simple? Lower the lever. Alright, I'm done. Bye. See y'all later. Holy crap, why didn't I do that to begin with? I believe we are in Mortimer's secret study at this point. Dear Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that our plans in Poland are set to fail. Russia and Prussia are working in cohort to bleed our dear Poland. We have no power here. We continue to maintain pressure as best as we can on the Prussian border as agreed in order to occupy Frederick William's army, but I do not know how long we can keep it up. Your devoted servant, Elfried Bauer. Okay, what do we got over here? Another letter. Dear Lord Mortimer, I'm writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act. As it stands, we must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters, and unable to find any slaves on the run, they kidnap the first black they come across, which they pass off as the wanted runaway. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance. Your friend, John Adams. Say hello to my daughter, Elizabeth, for me. Okay. More jelly. I like a jelly. My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. Your hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated, and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schlichelberg. If by chance you could intervene in my favor, I would be eternally in your debt. The Caesarina Catherine, I think that's how that's pronounced, should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. In the hope that you can help me, your friend, Nikolay Novikov. Okay, let's look at the map. It's a map of Africa.
It shows the forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector. It looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer.
Okay. I can't do the other part because politics. Alright. What about here?
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Tremor. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in. And goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
Nope. The gift has been delivered. Yeah, whoever that is should not retain his title much longer. His son, Zaman, will succeed him as planned. We will then be able to resume negotiations. Okay. Another map. It's a map of the Americas.
This shows the forces present in America.
Okay. My dear friend, with thanks for your services rendered and help in the fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Oran, a ship bound for Marseille in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few corpses infected with the plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Be careful when handling these boxes, because if inadvertently opened, you risk spreading the disease all over France. Mohammed El Kabir. Interesting. Chemical warfare? Even then? My dear friend, as desired, I've been able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you propose. This agreement shall be known as the Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place where we gathered when you met us for the first time, you will understand why the name was given. Please find enclosed a list of my colleagues. Thanks for your help, Hugh Smith. Alright, let's continue. This is just... This is basically like everything that says how much control this man has. Thank you for your words, and I do understand your situation. Yeah, we're gonna skip some of these letters if you wanna go through the VOD and pause and look at them later.
It shows the forces present in Europe.
I don't think they're
clear that France
important
is
to the
by
story.
enemies.
They're
However,
just details.
A large number has been underlined in bold. 26
million.
million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Blah, blah, blah. You're tearing our family apart, your loving brother. Okay. Interesting. What is this? My dearest Lord Mortimer, as a friend of China, rest assured that you will be rewarded for your information. Yay, I picked up some more golden elixir.
It's locked.
Okay. I picked up some more Devil's Thorn. Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead as set down. So yet more things to be done in 2 places. This is Asia.
A fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Okay. That wasn't much to say, but we can go with that. It will soon be impossible to ignore pressure from the Russians. Yeah, Mortimer is definitely involved in a lot of things. I think that's everything in this room, though. Oh, wait. We might want to look at the sword with the letters attached to it. Let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to?
Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where?
Right there.
The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time.
In the gardens?
I've absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Go find your mother. But there's like an entire half a study for me to go look at. You can wait just a second.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
Mortimer is immune to science. Just another letter from another place that's saying, hey, Mortimer, you did some awesome stuff. Or, Mortimer, you suck. Or, Mortimer, this. Or, Mortimer, that. Or, there's a lot of Mortimers.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Why did your voice change? Use the left key. Pick the 2 locks. I got one more of those things to make this one really cheap. Let's just pick the 2 locks. I like picking locks. Yes, it's Minecraft. That's exactly what it is. We got more honey. Hey, it's another one of those.
Table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
I wonder if they reuse their art. Because I see the same thing circled here that was circled elsewhere. Zinc. Blah, blah, blah. The Coinage Act has been voted. Blah, blah. Thomas Jefferson. Okay. And then all the stuff on this table.
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Okay.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
It
is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance, That announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, a chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Don't tell me he actually uses tarot to make all his decisions about the entire world. The tiger is dying. On your demand, I have attacked Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible, though without help from the French. Okay. Yeah, I got a book.
Something strange about this table.
Examine the equipment.
What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies. Here on his desert island. But who is he doing autopsies on then?
Well, I've already examined the equipment. Look at the instruments.
Little surgeon's perfect collection.
Move away. Ooh, there's a feather on the ground I can't look at. Oh wait, and look at these.
Feathers. Pigeon, probably.
Oh,
a skeleton. By the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid.
Examine the material.
Like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton.
And I can't do this because linguistics. Well, that skeleton was right in my face. Changed your old lock for one of my invention. Okay. Anything else? There's a lot of things here. I already looked at all of that.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
So he uses homing pigeons. I like it. There's nothing wrong with tarot cards. It's just... he's kind of right. We've got, like, pure science mixed in with pure occult, and it's a little odd for those two to be together.
I wonder who it's for.
Is that like the Iron Mask? That would be funny. But it would be understandable in this particular setting. You were kidding? Okay. Okay. Can I get out this way now?
It's locked.
Nope, we can't. Alright, gotta go find my mother.
Oh, shit. How am I gonna get out of here now? Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer. This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
I don't need to do any of that at the moment. If it's the same mechanism as the one on the other side, move away for a second. Alright, so 1 is right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 should be on the other side. And that should be fun, because it's what? Yeah. Six should be on the other side. All right, so it was 1191. So if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Yeah, I kind of got that. Let's lower the lever, please. See if I'm right. Ha! Heck with you and all your hints.
Well, better not blow
I
up.
did that one on my own. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not gonna get cocky because it's just gonna beat me upside the head very soon. Okay. The sword. It is 4 o'clock. I was hoping to finish this before I finish the stream. There's no telling, I may be like right at the end of this chapter, but the problem is, I don't know. Should we... Yeah. There's probably going to be a whole nother, like, part to this episode. I met Manuel Godoy. I found the nightmare that my mother mentioned. I got to know Waldo. I found a way of getting into the secret study. I got out of Mortimer's secret study without any trouble. But I failed. I did not get any information out of von Volner. I could have met Peru under strange circumstances. Okay. Yay, I did a bunch of stuff. Leveling up grants you 3 effort points. Available points, 4. Well, maybe we can finally get logic. And linguistics. We've got 1 point available. Can I get something like right now? I can get diversion or conviction. I don't need to convince people with the sheer force of my will and my attitude, I don't think. Or I can work towards something else. Questioning. I need to work a little bit more towards questioning, I think. Yes. We can finally read and get science, linguistics, and erudition all at once. Get a little bit more questioning. How about a little bit more etiquette?
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Well, if it's been outside, it's going to be outside.
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
Look for the mother or spy on Piaghi and Volner. I think we spy for a second.
We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory. How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought him the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
Well, in any case, he's got all the ones we had at the Vatican. He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
Aha. I can see very well you do not understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
I was wondering if you might have seen an object like this, here, at the manor.
What are you playing at, de Richet?
I'm afraid I can't help you, my son. Ask someone who knows the manor better than I do. One of the servants, for example. One of them is bound to help you.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence.
Let's go ahead and delve deeper into
I
their
didn't mean to
discussion.
spy on you, but you caught my attention. Have you brought spears as well, then?
What? Did Mortimer ask you to bring him holy spears too?
Yes, but I thought I was the only one. How many of them have you brought, then?
18 in all. Any relic even remotely to do with them, in fact.
18 spears? How many of them exist in all?
No one knows. Especially as there is only one authentic one, of course. That all adds to the mystery, don't you think?
Well, please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
What if I don't want to? All right. I think what we're going to do, I hear people getting home and things like that. I think what we're going to do is we are going to save. And we're going to have to continue this tomorrow. I don't know how much is left. So I don't really want to continue and end up, you know, needing to go like an extra hour. I've been live for a little over 4 hours now. So we're going to stop for now. And we shall return. Yeah, I know. It's probably like 5 minutes and I'm going to shoot myself tomorrow. But what I'll do is I'll plan on finishing this tomorrow. And then after that, we'll play some Minecraft. So that'll work. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. Y'all are like amazing. And thanks for going on this journey with me. I mean, there's been a few irritations, but and some, you know, wrapping my brain around a few things. But I got there. We got there. Thank you for all the help. So yeah. I'm actually enjoying this storyline a lot more than I would expect normally. So, thanks everybody for coming by. I will see you later.